Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Horror, turn 5. Okay, where are we up to? Well, our first player this turn is going to be Yorick. He's just going to be moving across to the next part of the Plateau of Leng. After him, it will be Agnes Baker, and she is going to be moving towards the gate at Wizard's Hill and dealing with the Star Vampire, hopefully. After Agnes, it is Daisy Walker. Daisy's down here in the Unvisited Isle. She's going to read a tome. She's going to sacrifice 2 movement points, read a tome, the Cult the Ghoul, and then depending on how she does, if she gets the clue and she gets the spell, we'll have to pick a spell, and if it's sufficiently strong enough, then she'll use her remaining 2 movement points to take on the Shambler. If the spell isn't up to snuff, then she will move to Miskatonic University Streets. She'll cast Vision Quest and pick up the clue from here. And then she will move towards the Historical Society the turn after that. And last but not least, we've got Monterey Jack, who's over here. He'll be coming out into Independence Square. Fortunately, the Wizard Waitley is no longer there, so he will have a run at shutting this gate, hopefully. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's move across to the... Oh, just before I do that, had a bit of discussion again regarding the encounter that Daisy had. Let me see if I can... Here it is. And it's all about the gate. So just read it. Walking into a clearing, you feel that you are at the centre of a web of enormous magical energy. You may return 1 gate token in play to the gate token pile, replacing it with a new gate token from the top of the pile. Monsters are returned to the cup as though you had closed the gate. Now, the consensus seems to be in the comments that if we'd swap one of these gates, the new gate wouldn't have generated a new monster. Now, I'm not so sure, and I'm still not so sure. The reason being is we shut a gate, we have a look at what the symbol is, and if that relates to any of the monsters on the board, then those monsters are discarded. Obviously, it'd be the monsters before we got the monster surge. But it doesn't say that when you get the new gate, you do not promote a monster. It doesn't say you don't, it doesn't say you do either. But it's not a straight swap. A gate is closing. You are closing a gate. I think that the actual text here, where it says monsters are returned to the cup as though you had closed the gate, is just meant to reiterate that obviously whichever gate you shut, you are not actually there. Normally, you would have had to have gone through the Otherworld, got an Explode token, then you would have rolled on your law or your fight to close it. And I think that sentence is just saying you didn't have to be there as part of it. You can close it from the Unvisited Isle and the monsters go. What isn't on here is saying when you open that new gate, and it must be a new gate because you're putting the old gate token back and taking a new gate token, it's not saying that you do not promote a new monster. So although I may be doing myself a bit here and being a bit harsh on myself, because this doesn't have do not promote a new monster, do not spawn a new monster on the new gate, and there's plenty of room, could have put it in with another sentence. That's why I didn't do it. So I'm not sure what the official ruling on that is, but as I don't know, I'm going to keep as is, and I'm not going to close a gate and open a new one. So that's just the reason why I haven't done that. Although common opinion seems to be that you don't spawn a new monster on that new gate, but because it doesn't explicitly say that on the card, I'm going to not do it. Okay, right. Now we can get to the upkeep phase. And here we are with William Yorick. He's just going to go to the next part of the platform of Leng, so we'll keep him as he is. Hopefully won't have any problems, and the turn after he will be able to leave that gate and go to the witch house. There's a bit of a plan for him when he comes out of the witch house in order to help some of the others out. But until then, let's just keep it as it is. He's just going to go into the second part of the Plateau of Leng. Next, it's Agnes Baker, and here we are with Agnes. As you can see, I've took a 38 revolver and I've swapped it out for Bind Monster. The reason is Bind Monster will give us 9 dice eventually, which is about the best amount of dice we can have for dealing with that Star Vampire. Now, in order to cast this, we really do need to pass the will check for the horror check. The reason is we would lose 3 sanity otherwise, and if we lose 3 sanity, we don't have the 2 sanity required to cast Bind Monster. So what we're going to do is we're going to move her will up with a 2 focus to 3. So that'll be 4 will. It's -3 for the Star Vampire. It's a pretty horrific thing. So we're going to get 1 die. But if we have to re-roll, because we've got +1 will as the skill, it means if we spend a clue token, we'll get an extra bonus die. So that's pretty cool. So that'll mean we can't seal the gate, but that's fine. I'll settle for closing the gate. We've got 5 of these. I want to get rid of that Star Vampire. So, but we could pass. If we do pass the will check with all our clue tokens intact, groovy. Anyway, as soon as we pass, then we cast Bind Monster. We get +4 on a law of 5, so that's 9 dice. And we need 3 successes. Again, we've got a few clues just in case. I just do want to get rid of that Star Vampire, and I want to get that gate closed. So, not too fussed about sealing it, but would prefer to. We'll see how we go on. So, right, that's it for Agnes. Next up is Daisy Walker, and here's Daisy. So, first thing we do is we shall refresh alchemical process. Let's have a quick roll. We just get 5 dice. No penalties, no sanity costs because it's Daisy. Let's see if she can get another $3. And she can. So that's really good stuff. So let's dig out $3 for her. Well, if we give her 2 back and take a 5. So there we go, she's now got $7, which makes it even more annoying that she cannot get to the general store. Another thing we've got, which I've just put on the side here to remind me, she's got friendly rivals, her and Monterey Jack. Now, Monterey Jack now has a monster trophy, because he killed that maniac. So that means Daisy will get +1 on her combat checks, because she is 1 monster trophy behind. So we need to remember that. So, hang on, forgot to do that. We've exhausted it again. She's got $7. What she's going to do next is, during the movement phase, she's going to spend 2 of her movement points first. Normally, when we do this, we do it afterwards, but there's nothing in the rules that I can see that doesn't say you can't read the tome and spend the movement points first, because she's going to read Coot de Ghoul, and she's going to spend 2 movement points, make a law -2 check, so she'll have 3 dice. Now if she passes, she can draw 1 spell and gain a clue token. She won't lose any sanity because she is a careful reader, and we discard Cult the Ghouls, so we'll get a clue token and a spell. The spell will be important. If we get a good spell, like say Wither or Shriveling or something like that, then she will use her final 2 movement points to move to Rivertown and take on the Shambler. If she doesn't get a decent spell, she'll use her final 2 movement points to go to the Miskatonic University streets. When she gets there, assuming she doesn't get a decent spell, she'll use Vision Quest, and she will pick up the clue in the science building. If she gets to Rivertown with a decent spell, and manages to kill the dimensional shambler, she'll also use Vision Quest again after she's killed the shambler to try and get the 3 clues at the Black Cave and the graveyard. So Daisy has also got quite a fun packed turn ahead of her. Okay, right, let's move across to Monterey Jack. And here's Monty. What's Monty going to do? Well, he's going to come out of the abyss, finally, and he's going to have a go at shutting that gate. So the first thing we've got to do is move his focus up to 5. He's up at 5. That's pretty funky. He's going to get 3 dice to try and shut it. I don't think there's anything else to do. He has got another focus, but... oh, we'll move his speed up, because he's going to have to come out. He's going to have to come out the turn after that, so we may as well move his speed up a bit. Save us a focus next turn. Right, so that's it for everybody. Let's get on with the movement phase. Here's Will. Very quick for him. Just going to the second part of the Plateau of Leng. So that's Will's move. Let's get up to Aggie in Cold Spring Glen. And here we are with Agnes. So the first thing she's going to do is she's going to move to Backwoods Country, then she's going to move to Wizard's Hill, where she will take on the horrible Star Vampire. And first up, we've got the will check for the horror check. It's -3. She had 4 dice, so she has got 1 single dice. Go on, Aggie. Oh, 4. Right, she's going to have to spend a clue token. So, but that'll give her 2 dice because of her +1 will. She spends a clue token, she gets an extra die. And she passes, so we're down to 4 clue tokens, unfortunately. And we can't seal the gate. But at least we've passed the horror check. That means she can now spend 2 sanity and cast Bind Monster. So she's going to cast Bind Monster. She's going to get +4. She's got a law of 5. So that will be 9 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 dice. One success. Bloody rubbish. Right, she's going to have to spend clue tokens. Hey, there's something up with these dice. I don't know. Right. So, she's going to spend 1 clue token. Another 6. Yep. So, 3 clue tokens left. Another one. 1. Damn it. 2 clue tokens left. 5. Yes. So she's down to 1 clue token. But she has managed to kill it. Woohoo! And that goes towards a personal story as well. So she now has 2 monster trophies. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to seal the gate as mentioned, but I did want to get rid of that particular monster. So we discard this, I think. Yep. So Bind Monster has gone. And next up, we have more rolling fun with Daisy Walker. And here's Daisy. This can go a couple of ways. First of all, what we've got to do is we have got to try and read the Kabbalah, Cult de Ghoul tome. Exhaust and spend 2 movement points, which we're going to do. So she's got 2 left, and make a law -2 check. So she's got a law of 5, 3 dice. Yes, a 6. She's done it. So first and foremost, she gets a clue token. So that goes towards the 6 she needs. She's now got 4. And we get to pick 1 spell. We don't lose the sanity because she's a careful reader. So we'll discard that and we'll get the spell deck. Let us see what it is. Something good, come on. Law Monster, which is exactly the same one that William's got. And really we could these could do with going to people like Monterey, who are a bit more equipped. But casting modifier -1, sanity cost 1, upkeep. You may cast and exhaust while in Arkham to choose one monster on the board, including the sky, but not the outskirts. Move that monster to your current space. Well, it'll probably come in at some point or other if we need to move a monster out of the way. Not ideal. We could have done with Wither or something. So we're going to have to go to plan B. And plan B is we use the 2 movement points to go to Merchant District. We're not going to River Town. We're going to Miskatonic University. Then she's going to cast another spell. But this time it's going to be Vision Quest. So casting modifier 0, sanity cost is 0 because of her ability, and Iron Will. Movement, cast and exhaust after ending your movement to take all the clue tokens that are on the board in your current neighbourhood. So she gets 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she gets 3 successes. So we get this clue from the science building. She's now up to 5 clues. She only needs 1 more. Right, that is it for Daisy. Next up is Monterey Jack. Here's Monterey. First thing he's going to do is he's going to move from the Abyss all the way up to Independence Square. So let's pop up to Independence Square. And here he is, fresh out of the gate. And for a change, I've remembered to do something, which is give him an explored token. So he's now explored that gate, and during the encounter phase he will be able to try and shut it. Okay, so that's the end of the movement phase. Let's crack on with the Arkham encounter phase. What I forgot to do during the movement phase is we could have had a look at where this went, so let's have a look. Oh, it goes to Yog-Sothoth, and it's a circular gate. Circular, have we got any circles? The Wizard Waitley's a circle. But it'll be a while before she comes out of the gate. So, during the encounter phase, she gets sucked through the gate, or walks willingly through, more like, and she's now in Yog-Sothoth. Right, that's it for Agnes. Next up is Daisy Walker. Here's Daisy, but nothing happens because she's in a street location. So we can move straight on to Monterey Jack. Here's Monterey, and he's going to try and shut that Abyss gate. So it's -2. He has a fight of 5, so he's going to get 3 dice. Can he do it? He cannot. Annoying. But at least there isn't a monster on there, but that's bad. He has got a clue token. He's going to use it because I really want to get this gate shut. So, come on, Monterey. Oh! So he's lost a clue token, but that was worth it. It's very annoying he wasn't able to close that gate. Is there anything else that'll help him? Was there anything else that would help him? No, there wasn't. Relationship cards, no. No, unfortunately not. There was, with friendly rivals, if Daisy had shut a gate, he would have got +1. But she hasn't shut a gate, she hasn't got a gate trophy, so no help. He'll just have to try again next turn, which is really annoying because he's not going to be able to move anywhere. Oh, that is so annoying. Right, next it's the Otherworld encounter phase and William. And here we are with William in the Plateau of Leng. So it's a red or a green gate card. Oh, we've got red and we've got Plateau of Leng, and it's long and I don't like it. If Nyarlathotep is the ancient one, no. Then an elephantine Shantak picks you up in its claws and deposits you before the crawling chaos himself. Laughing at the futility of your quest, Nyarlathotep hurls you away using your powers. You are lost in time and space. We'd have been devoured. If Nyarlathotep is not the ancient one, nothing happens. Woohoo! Got away with that one. Another one of those where you read all the way through and you think, no, what's going to happen? But we've got away with it. So that's cool. Right, so he's ready to come out of the gate next turn and hopefully try and shut it. But that's the end of the Otherworld encounter phase. So next, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. Nearly forgot. Daisy. She's got an Otherworld encounter. She's in Yog-Sothoth. So that's a blue or a yellow. Green, no. Red, no. Green, no. The stars are right. Shuffle the gate deck and keep drawing until you get an encounter of the right colour. Oh, just load of mess about. Bear with me. 15 minutes of smooshing later. Right. Green again. A blue. Oh, we've got a Yog-Sothoth. Let's have a look. Pass a sneak -1 check, or the creatures capture an experiment on you. Ah! Sneak. The sneak is... There's 2. So she's got 1 dice, and she's got 1 clue left. Oh, 1. That wasn't even close. Is she going to spend a clue? Why not? I don't know what's going to happen, but it can't be good. Not if you're getting experimented on. 2. She loses a clue as well. Bob. Right, let's find out the bad news. As long as it's not lost in time and space. Lose half your items, then immediately return to Arkham with no memory of the experiments. Oh, right. She's got Wither, 4C, 38 revolver and fetch stick. So she's not losing fetch stick. We can afford to lose 4C. Does she need Wither? If she's got fetch stick, she doesn't really need Wither, does she? So she'll lose Wither as well. She'll lose 2 spells. Fetch stick's better magically, and we need the revolver for physical weaponry. So she'll lose those 2. Discard those. But the good thing is, we're going back to Arkham. So I think that counts as explored. So that's not bad at all. So she's back at Wizard Hill, and she gets an explored token. So a nice quick way back to Arkham. She only had to lose half of her items, and she doesn't remember the experiments either. Right, okay. So now we do go to the Mythos phase. And here we are. Welcome back to Arkham, and it's the Mythos phase. Okay, right. Well, we may as well find out what the bad news is, shall we? Let's pick the card up. Scientist warns of dimensional rift. Well, it's a headline. Oh, bloody Monterey. Unvisited Isle Gate. We're at 6 gates, man. Oh, why didn't you shut that gate? Right, we've got to pick a gate. So that's another Doom token on Yog. Yog's up to 6. Pick a gate stand. And a gate. Right, and if we get a gate, that means we get one of these. Let's have a look. Pick one out. What have we got? We've got a mini Patrick Stewart, -2 to sneak by, ambush, 2 toughness, -2. He's not too bad. If you pass a combat check against the Cho-Cho, return it to the box and draw a common item. Well, we get a common item, but we can't take it as a trophy. Still, never mind. Let's get a stand for him. Oh, we're on the last stand. We're up to 7 monsters in Arkham. So, there we go. So, we're at the monster limit. We have got an additional ghost, remember, at Gardener's Place in Dunwich, but he doesn't count towards the limit. Oh, bugger. Right, clue at the science building. Oh, that's good. We get a clue at the science building. Daisy only needs one more clue. It's only one away. She can spend one movement point. She can use another of her tomes. The Ancient Tome of the Kabbalah of Sabaoth. Pick up this clue. And she will have 6 clue tokens then, which means she can do her personal story. So, silver lining. But it'd been even better if Monterey had closed his gate. Right. Monster movement. Hexagons. We haven't got any. Slashes. We've got a slash, haven't we? Oh, that Gug. The Gug moves to French Hill. That's pretty good. It means that William wouldn't have to face it the first time he came out to the witch house. But it means he can relax. He doesn't have it like prowling around the witch house while he's trying to shut that gate. So that's cool. Oh, we've got a triangle as well, haven't we? The Ithian. So the Ithian moves on black. So it goes to meet our friend the Shambler. So they're really stopping us getting in the general store, aren't they? And what else? A star. Well, the only star we had was the star vampire that Aggie got rid of. So that's cool. Right. So, bit of monster movement. The only good thing is that clue at the science building. So read the headline. All dimensional shamblers and hounds of Tindalos in Arkham are returned to the cup. Woohoo! We get rid of the shambler. We still can't get in the general store because of the Ithian, but at least we've got a monster stand back. So we're no longer at the monster limit, and this goes back in the bag. Hopefully not to be pulled out anytime shortly. So we've got rid of the shambler. And what is it? If at least one monster returns to the cup, raise the terror level by 1. Oh, right. So we go from 0 to 1 on the terror track. But I'll take that to get rid of that dimensional shambler. Cool. Well, you know what? That'd have been a fairly good turn, except for Monterey letting us down. If we'd shut that gate at Independence Square, I'd be feeling a lot happier. But as it is, we're at 6 gates now, and that is a problem. We should close one next turn. Should. Obviously, Monterey's going to have another go. We've now got Aggie, who's back, thanks to losing half her items at Wizard's Hill, but it does give her a chance at closing the Wizard's Hill gate. And William will be coming out of the witch house, where he no longer has the Gug wandering around. As I say, he won't have to contend with it the first time he actually comes out of the gate. But if we do miss closing the gate, at least he won't have to deal with it the turn after that while he's still trying to close it. But hopefully he'll close it anyway, and that won't be a problem. Other than that, who's going to be first next turn? It's going to be Agnes first next turn, so she gets the first player token. Obviously, she's going to try and close that gate. That's what she's going to try and do. Then it will be Daisy Walker, and as I mentioned, Daisy can now go into the science building. She can pick up that clue, fulfill a personal story, and she can use another tome, hopefully. So that's Daisy. That's quite straightforward. Monterey is also straightforward. He's going to close that gate correctly this time. So hopefully we'll have 2 gates closed, at least. And then we will get William. William's going to come out the Plateau of Leng, and he's going to do exactly the same and do some gate closing. So with any luck, we will have 3 gates closed next turn, and we need 3 gates closing next turn. Overall, as a turn, it's been coloured a bit by Monterey not closing that gate, but we did have, thinking about it, we have had a bit of luck in that Agnes has come back early, even though she lost 2 spells to do it. And that clue popping up at the science buildings helped out as well. So, perhaps not as bad as it could have been, but it could have been a lot better if Monterey had closed that gate. Right, okay, so that's it for this turn of Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Horror. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks very much for all the subscriptions and all the comments and all the views, all the rules, chats that we're having, etc., so on and so forth. I hope you'll join me for turn 6 of Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Horror. And until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo!